Is the government really heading for a shutdown again?
Possibly. The House passed H.R. 5371, a stopgap to keep the government funded until November 21st. But the Senate blocked it.
What's actually in this bill?
It keeps most programs at last year's levels, delays new Pentagon contracts, and extends short-term health measures, like rural hospitals and community health centers.
Sounds straightforward. Why the fight?
Supporters say it's a clean bridge to avoid furloughs. But critics argue it skips priorities. Some want Ukraine and disaster aid included. Others dislike the 7-week length. They prefer October 31st to keep pressure on.
So each side is looking for concessions.
Exactly. Democrats are pushing for health and foreign aid add-ons. Republicans want a shorter timeline and stricter spending caps.
When's the deadline?
October 1st, the start of the new fiscal year. Without a deal, federal workers face furloughs and agencies shift into shutdown mode. Presidents really fire independent regulators just like that? The Supreme Court is about to decide.
Back in 1935, the court ruled in a case called Humphrey's Executor. It said Congress could protect agency officials from being removed without cause. That ruling helped keep agencies like the FTC insulated from politics.
Fast forward to 2025. President Trump removed FTC Commissioner Rebecca Slaughter. She sued, saying the removal broke those protections.
And the lower courts agreed. But now the Supreme Court will take it up this December.
One side argues the president needs more direct control over agencies. The old 1935 rule is outdated.
The other side warns removing those limits hands too much power to the executive, weakening independence.
So why does this matter?
If the court weakens Humphreys, future presidents could more easily remove commissioners at agencies like the FTC, SEC, and NLRB.
That means regulation could swing sharply with every new administration.
Oral arguments are scheduled for December 2025. The outcome could reshape the balance of power between the president and independent regulators.
Your phone knows your steps, your sleep, even your cycle. But here's the question. Do you know who else has that data?
Most people assume it's private. But health apps and data brokers, they're not covered by HIPAA. That means your most sensitive health information can be shared, or even sold, without you ever knowing.
That's where the My Body, My Data Act comes in. It would limit what companies can collect and share, and give you the right to see and delete your health data.
The bill was introduced on June 11, 2025, and is now under review in congressional committees. While no vote date is confirmed yet, many expect debate or floor vote later this session.
Supporters argue the bill closes an urgent privacy loophole, protecting people from having deeply personal health data weaponized. They point out that reproductive health info is especially vulnerable post-Dobbs and needs extra guardrails.
Opponents counter that it may overlap or conflict with broader federal privacy proposals, creating regulatory uncertainty or extra compliance burdens for tech and health businesses. Some also worry about unintended restrictions on innovation or medical research.
So here's the debate. Should reproductive and health data be fully under your control? Or is that asking too much of the companies that collect it?
Security is back in Congress, and it's getting heated.
Some lawmakers want massive enforcement bills, like the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Billions for border barriers, detention, and deportations.
But others are focused on human impact. Bills like the American Families United Act, which lets judges keep families together if deportation would cause hardship for U.S. citizens.
Then, there's the Laken-Riley Act, already law. It requires detention of non-citizens charged with certain crimes. Not convicted, just charged. Supporters call it public safety. Critics say it risks fairness.
And another proposal, the Border Safety and Security Act, would force DHS to block entry if they can't detain or return people. Backers say it restores control. Opponents argue it shuts down asylum entirely.
So one side says, protect sovereignty, tighten the system, stop loopholes. The other says, don't trample due process, asylum rights, or family unity.
A middle ground? Strong enforcement and safeguards, real bond hearings, fair asylum pathways, and oversight on spending.
Because at the end of the day, border policy isn't just about walls or open gates. It's about balancing security and justice.
Want the bills without the noise? Follow Civically Impartial. Politics without the spin.